If you've tried everything to regain your energy and focus but still feel stuck, it's time to look at a different approach, one that's been used for centuries and is now backed by modern science: fasting. Fasting has been gaining a lot of attention in wellness circles lately, and for good reason. It's not just a passing trend, it's a practice that's been around for centuries, used in various cultures and traditions as a way to heal and restore the body. Today, with all the research and studies being done, we're starting to understand why fasting can be such a powerful tool, especially when it comes to your brain health and energy levels. I know that if you're watching this, you've likely been on a long journey with your health. You've probably seen numerous specialists, tried different treatments, and maybe even experimented with various diets and supplements. And yet, despite all of that, you might still feel like you're not where you want to be. It can be incredibly frustrating. I get it. You're doing everything right, but the results just aren't there or they're not lasting. And that's exactly why I want to share with you how fasting could be a game changer. It's a different approach, one that works with your body's natural rhythms and processes to help you feel better from the inside out. So let's dive in and see how fasting might just be the missing piece in your journey. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is fasting? At its core, fasting is the practice of intentionally abstaining from food for a certain period of time. Now, there are several different types of fasting, and it's important to understand the distinctions. One of the most common forms is time-restricted eating. This typically involves cycling between periods of eating and fasting within a 24-hour period. For example, you might eat all your meals within an 8-hour eating window, say from 8 to 12 p.m., and then fast for the remaining 16 hours where you're sleeping for ideally half of that time. A big focus with time-restricted eating is aligning your eating window with your body's natural circadian rhythm, so basically eating during daylight hours and fasting at night. Time-restricted eating is commonly called intermittent fasting, but it's really just one type of intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, or IF, can also include strategies such as eating one meal a day or a 24-hour fast. Then there's extended fasting, where you go without food for a longer period, such as a full 24 hours or even multiple days. This type of fasting is more intense and should only be considered under specific circumstances and ideally with professional guidance. But why would you want to do this? Well, the science behind fasting is pretty fascinating. When you fast, your body switches from using glucose or sugar as its primary fuel source to burning fat for energy. This process produces something called ketones, which are a super efficient fuel for your brain. This shift can help improve your mental clarity and focus, which is particularly appealing if you're dealing with cognitive decline or brain fog. Fasting also triggers a process known as autophagy. Think of autophagy as your body's natural cleanup crew. When you fast, your cells start breaking down and recycling old damaged parts, making way for new, healthier cells. This process is crucial for maintaining healthy brain function and can help reduce the inflammation that usually accompanies chronic fatigue and cognitive issues. But as exciting as all of this sounds, I want to be clear, fasting isn't for everyone. If you're dealing with complex health conditions like adrenal fatigue, thyroid issues, or certain neurological disorders, fasting might not be the best approach for you, at least right now, or it may need to be done very carefully. For some people, especially those who are already struggling with fluctuating energy levels, fasting can actually make things worse. It might exacerbate fatigue, cause headaches, or even lead to nutrient deficiencies if not done correctly. That's why it's so important to consult with a healthcare provider before starting any fasting regimen, particularly if you're already managing chronic health issues. Your health journey is unique, and it's important to find an approach that supports your body rather than adding extra stress to it. So now that we've covered the basics of fasting, let's talk about exactly why it's gaining so much attention in the field of brain health. One of the most exciting aspects of fasting is its potential to improve cognitive function, like I mentioned earlier. When you fast, your body undergoes several changes that can directly impact your brain. First off, fasting increases the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Think of BDNF as a kind of growth hormone for your brain. It supports the survival of existing neurons and encourages the growth of new ones. And higher levels of BDNF are associated with improved memory, learning, and overall cognitive function. There's also promising research suggesting that fasting may have neuroprotective effects, which could be especially important if you're concerned about neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Dr. Dale Bredesen, a well-known expert in the field of cognitive decline, has included fasting as one of the key components in his protocol for reversing Alzheimer's disease. According to Dr. Bredesen, fasting helps reduce insulin resistance and inflammation, two major factors that contribute to the development of Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Fasting also promotes the production of ketones, which, as I mentioned earlier, are a potent fuel source for your brain. Unlike glucose, ketones provide a steady supply of energy that can help you feel more mentally clear and focused. Dr. Jason Fung, a leading authority on fasting, often talks about how ketones can improve brain function and even protect against cognitive decline by reducing oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain. So now let's relate this back to what you might be experiencing. If you're dealing with cognitive symptoms like struggling to find the right words, forgetting names and appointments, or just feeling like your brain isn't firing on all cylinders, the changes that occur during fasting could be really beneficial for you. Imagine being able to think more clearly, remember things more easily, and feel more in control of your thoughts. That's what fasting has the potential to offer. Of course, it's important to remember that fasting isn't a magic bullet. It's a tool that can support your brain health, but it works best when combined with other healthy lifestyle practices like a nutrient-dense diet, regular physical activity, and stress management. But if you've been feeling stuck and haven't found anything that really makes a difference in your cognitive symptoms, fasting could be worth exploring. So now let's shift our focus to another critical aspect, your energy levels. If you're dealing with chronic fatigue, the idea of fasting might seem counterintuitive. After all, how could eating less possibly give you more energy? But when we dive into the science, it starts to make sense. One of the key ways fasting can impact your energy levels is by improving mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are often referred to as the powerhouses of your cells. They're responsible for producing the energy your body needs to function. Over time, factors like chronic stress, poor diet, and environmental toxins can damage your mitochondria, leading to reduced energy production and, consequently, fatigue. Fasting triggers a process called mitophagy, which is essentially a cleanup process specifically for your mitochondria. During mitophagy, your body identifies and removes damaged mitochondria, making room for new, healthier ones that can produce energy more efficiently. This process can lead to a more sustained and steady level of energy throughout the day, which is incredibly important if you're battling chronic fatigue. Fasting also has a significant impact on your hormonal balance, which plays a critical role in how you feel day to day. One of the most well-known effects of fasting is its ability to improve insulin sensitivity. Insulin is a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar levels, and when it's not functioning properly, it can lead to energy crashes and feelings of fatigue. By improving insulin sensitivity, fasting helps stabilize your blood sugar, leading to more consistent energy levels without those frustrating dips. Another hormone that fasting affects is cortisol, often known as the stress hormone. Cortisol follows a natural rhythm in your body, peaking in the morning to help you wake up and gradually declining throughout the day. However, chronic stress can disrupt this rhythm, leading to elevated cortisol levels that can leave you feeling tired but wired, exhausted yet unable to fully relax. Fasting has been shown to help regulate cortisol levels, promoting a more balanced stress response, which can translate to better energy management and reduced feelings of fatigue. But here's the thing, fasting isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Your body's response to fasting can vary depending on many factors, including your current health status, hormone levels, and even your stress levels. Some people may find that fasting dramatically improves their energy and mental clarity, while others might struggle with it, especially if they have underlying issues like adrenal fatigue or thyroid imbalances like I mentioned earlier. So if you're considering fasting as a tool to manage your chronic fatigue, it's important to approach it with care. Start with shorter fasting windows and see how your body responds. Pay attention to your energy levels, mood, and overall well-being. And as always, make sure to consult with a healthcare provider who understands your health history and can guide you on the best approach for your unique situation. Fasting can be a really powerful way to support your energy metabolism and hormonal balance, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. The key is finding what works best for you in a way that supports your overall health. So now you might be wondering, how do I actually get started? Don't worry, I'm here to guide you through some practical steps to begin fasting in a safe and sustainable way. Number 1, starting slowly. First things first, it's important to ease into fasting rather than jumping in head first. Start with a mild form of fasting, such as a 12-hour fast. For example, if you finish dinner by 7 p.m., aim to have your next meal by 7 a.m. This simple adjustment can help your body gradually adapt to longer periods without food. Once you feel comfortable with the 12-hour fast, you can slowly increase the fasting window, maybe extending it to 14 or 16 hours over a few weeks. The key is to listen to your body and move at a pace that feels right for you. There's no need to rush. As we know, slow and steady often leads to the best long-term results. Number 2, listening to your body. As you begin fasting, it's crucial to pay close attention to how you feel. Notice your energy levels, mental clarity, and overall well-being. Are you feeling more focused and alert, or are you experiencing increased fatigue or irritability? These observations will help you determine what fasting approach works best for your unique situation. If you notice any negative symptoms, it might be a sign to adjust your fasting schedule or seek guidance from a healthcare professional. Remember, fasting should support your health, not hinder it. Number 3, mindset tips. Fasting is not just a physical practice. It's also a mental and emotional journey. Here are a few mindset tips to help you stay motivated and manage any challenges. Managing cravings. It's completely normal to experience cravings, especially in the beginning. When they arise, try to distract yourself with a walk, a hobby, some deep breathing exercises, or drink a glass of water, black coffee, or green tea. Remind yourself of the reasons you're fasting and the benefits you hope to achieve. Stay motivated. Keep your goals in mind. Whether it's improved mental clarity, increased energy, or better overall health, having a clear purpose can help you stay committed. And get granular here. Why is your health important to you? Is it so you can perform your best in your career? Play all day with the kids or grandkids? Hike your favorite trails? Write this down and come back to it frequently. And embrace the psychological benefits. Taking control of your eating patterns can be really empowering. Celebrate small victories like successfully completing your first 12-hour fast and recognize the positive changes in your mindset and self-discipline. In fact, comment below and let me know when you complete your first 12-hour fast. Now, number 4, nutritional support. Fasting works best when paired with a nutrient-dense diet during your eating windows. Focus on incorporating plenty of vegetables, fruits, clean proteins, healthy fats, and things like nuts and seeds into your meals. This ensures that your body gets the essential nutrients it needs to support both your cognitive and physical health. And avoid processed foods and excessive sugars, as they can lead to energy crashes and inflammation, counteracting the benefits of fasting. And staying hydrated is also key, so be sure to drink plenty of water or herbal teas throughout the day. Number 5, additional tools. Then, to make fasting more accessible and manageable, consider using some helpful tools and resources. Apps like Zero, Fastanet, or MyFitnessPal can help you track your fasting windows, monitor your progress, and stay accountable. Keeping a fasting journal can be a great way to record how you feel each day, note any challenges, and celebrate your successes. It can also help you identify patterns and make necessary adjustments. And some people find that certain supplements such as electrolytes or vitamins can support their fasting journey. However, it's important to consult with a healthcare provider before adding any new supplements to your regimen. And as far as electrolytes go, I recommend Element because it's clean, has a fantastic electrolyte balance, and honestly just tastes great. If you want to check it out, it would be super helpful for me if you use my affiliate link in the description below. My favorites are raspberry, watermelon, and grapefruit, even though I don't actually like the fruit grapefruit. And number 6, next steps after fasting. Then once you've completed a fasting period, it's important to know how to transition back into regular eating smoothly. Here are a few tips for that. Refeeding strategies. Start with small, balanced meals that are easy to digest. Incorporate plenty of vegetables and clean proteins to replenish your nutrients without overwhelming your system. Gradually transition. If you've done an extended fast, give your body some time to adjust by gradually increasing your food intake. Avoid overeating or consuming heavy processed foods immediately after fasting. And reflect and adjust. Take some time to reflect on how the fasting period went. What worked well? What could be improved? You can use these insights to refine your fasting approach moving forward. Remember, fasting is a very personal experience, and what works for one person might not work for another. It's all about finding the right balance that supports your unique health needs and goals. And now you might be wondering, is fasting right for me? Let's break down the pros and cons. On the pro side, fasting offers a range of potential benefits, especially for those dealing with cognitive decline and chronic fatigue. It can help improve your mental clarity, support your brain health, boost your energy levels by enhancing mitochondrial function, and balance key hormones like insulin and cortisol. Plus, it's a flexible approach. You can tailor it to fit your lifestyle and gradually adjust it based on how your body responds. But there are also some potential drawbacks to consider. Fasting isn't suitable for everyone, particularly if you have certain health conditions like adrenal fatigue, thyroid imbalances, or a history of disordered eating. It's also important to recognize that fasting can be challenging, especially at first. You might experience temporary fatigue, irritability, or cravings as your body adjusts. And if you're already dealing with chronic fatigue, you need to be extra cautious about how fasting impacts your energy levels. And this is where a personalized approach really comes into play. Your health journey is unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. That's why it's so important to consider your individual circumstances and consult with a healthcare provider who understands your health history before making significant changes to your diet or lifestyle. Fasting can be a really powerful tool, but it's just one part of a holistic approach to health. What's most important is finding an approach that feels sustainable, supports your overall well-being, and fits into your life in a way that makes you feel empowered and in control of your health. So, have you tried fasting before? What's been your experience? I'd love to hear from you. Or if you have any questions about fasting, drop them in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about how to optimize your brain health, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.